Hello everyone. Today I am going to talk about the role of artificial intelligence in the university, especially in my field of study, which are law and anthropology. In recent years, artificial intelligence has changed the way students learn and interact with information. Instead of spending hours searching for basic explanations, students can now use AI tools to receive faster guidance and more personalized support. However, this also creates important questions about responsibility, ethics, and academic defense. During this presentation, I will explain the IA tool I use, the impact IA has on education, and a personal experience where IA helped me solve a learning problem in one of my courses. So let's start. Okay, the IA tool I use the most are ChatGPT and Notebook LM by Google. These tools are very useful because they help me save time and improve the way I study. For example, when I have a long academic reading or a complicated legal text, IA can summarize the most important information and explain it in a simple language. In law, many concepts can be difficult because legal language is often technical and very detailed, so IA helped me better understand how a concept relate to contracts, legal obligations, jurisprudence, and legal doctrine. So it also helped me, for example, for a hypothetical legal situation, which make learning more practical and dynamic. Another reason I use IA is because it helps me organize my ideas when writing essays or preparing presentations. So sometimes students understand information but do not know how to structure their arguments so clearly. So IA can suggest ways to organize ideological and correctly. So yes, and in anthropology, IA can also help summarize theories or compare authors or identify the main arguments in academic texts. So yes. However, even though IA is helpful, I think it's more important to use it as a support tool and not a replacement of our own things. So students still need to analyze information and information critical and development their own opinions. So yes, in my opinion, IA is one of the most important technology developments in education because it has changed the way students learn and study. So for that reason, I am going to analyze the impact of IA in a positive and negative effect, for example, in benefits and risks. So one of the main advantages of IA is that make the information more accessible and students can receive explanation immediately or clarify those quickly and study more independently. So for example, if I don't understand a legal concept during class, I can use IA later to review the topic with examples and simple explanations. So this helps reduce frustration and improve my confidence during exams or presentations. IA can also help students who have difficulties organization their times because it supports planning tasks or note taking and information management. So yes, and also at the same time, IA also creates challenge. One important problem is that some students may become too dependent of these tools. If students use IA to do all of the work without analyzing the information themselves, they may stop developing important academic skills such as critical thinking, reasoning, creative, and problem solving. So yes, and another important issue is ethics. Some students may measure IA by presenting the AI generation work as a completed their own. Because of this, for example, universities are now discussion how to use AI responsibility, but and honestly, in an academic environment. So yes, in my side, in my writing task, sorry, Yes, I explain my opinion about the impact of artificial intelligence on student and education. First, I explained that IA can be very useful because it helps like students organize ideas, understand difficult content, and improve their learning process. In demanding careers such as law, this support can make students less stressful and more efficient. Second, I explained that IA can also become an obstacle when students depend on it too much. If students also stop thinking critical or solving problems independently, they may lose important long-term academic abilities. For this reason, balance is very important that for using these tools. And finally, I emphasize like the importance of ethical or in the use of IA. Technology should help students learn and grow intellectually, but students should still make their own decisions, create their own arguments, and think independently. So, in my opinion, responsible use is one of the keys to benefit like from IA without affecting academic integrity. So, yes, well, in my experience, I yes, well, it happened during my contract law course. At that time, I was studying contract law litigation, and many of the legal readings were difficult to me to understand, like because they contain technical vocabulary and complex explanations. So during class, I often felt confused because I could not clearly identify the relationship between concepts such as offer, acceptance, consent, and contractual responsibility. So to better understand the topic, I decided to use ChatGPT as a study support tool. This IA helped me summarize long readings, explain lingual illegal concepts in simpler words, and provide examples of a practical situation related like, to contracts. So this made me the information easier to understand and help me connect the theory with the real life legal situations instead of only memorize the definition. And to conclude, artificial intelligence has become an important part of a modern education and academic life in careers such as law and anthropology. Yeah, can support research, improve understanding, and make learning more accessible and interactive. So yes, thank you. I feel a little nervous at first, but later I feel more confident and why completely this task. I learned how to organize my ideas better and explain more clearly about the use of IA in education. And I think I still need to improve my pronunciation fluently and vocabulary when I speak in English. So I think I'm going to put me a 4 with 9. Thank you.